What you're about to watch in this room is a strange mortal combat between a man and himself.
Room for one more.
We're watching the TV.
No logic, no reason, no explanation. Just a prolonged nightmare. He has no interest save whatever current annoyances he can put his mind to.
Okay, that did work. Oof, oof, oof.
Thank you kindly.
Oh, hey Keys. Hey Keys, how's it going? Thank you for the resub. 2 months. Wow, that's the record to beat. My Stream Deck, never gonna get that right. My Stream Deck has just stopped working. And when I go into the settings for it, and I'm like, why are you doing this? It's like waiting for OBS. And I'm like, okay, well, OBS is currently transmitting me, so. But I did update OBS. And the only thing I know about updating OBS is whenever I've heard someone mention it, it is usually been followed by don't do that, or like problems coming with the update, something like that, and which is why I always ignored it. But then I was like, oh, I'll do it today, and then today OBS cannot connect to Stream Deck, so that makes sense. How are you doing, Keys, if you are not lurking? Today I'm gonna play, well, I was really caught between Metroid and Yote. And I thought, why not both? I want to play both, so I'll play both. I'm glad you're good. It's a really miserable looking day today. Oh, sorry. I just happened to look out my window and I saw a cat walking down the alley outside. That was very good timing. She's just left because she's doing exercise like an adult. Oh, music. Okay, that's the other thing. I always forget. I'm always like, there's one thing that every stream I should set up, and I always forget. And it's the music, and I can't remember. That's too upbeat. Yeah, I was meant to stream yesterday, and I was actually meant to do a lot of things yesterday, and instead I was feeling like that I can't do anything, and then I was like, you know what? How about we don't do anything? So I sat on the sofa and I just watched anime, and that's all I did all day. And then late in the evening, I did play a little bit of Ghost of Yote, but it was like not really like well, the problem was it was actually too good, because my idea is like, because Ghost of Yote seems like a really big game, and I know Tsushima was, that I was like, well, I'll just play all the stuff that looks unimportant, and then everything I did was that felt like it would have been cool to be on stream. I just did a random bounty, and it was like a really cool conversation and fight. And then I also like had like a what's outside my window? You're not getting in, bruv. I then went and there's the shrines where you basically get your upgrades from, and I saw one was nearby, and I was like, I'll do that, like getting an upgrade isn't much. And then it kept going and it kept going, and I was like, wow, this is a real trek. And then I got to like the top, and I was like, oh, this was Yote. Like I just climbed Mount Yote, and that felt like something maybe I should have left for a stream. So yeah, that's where I'm at with Yote, and I definitely want to get back into that. Did you just say bruv? I did say bruv, yes. I think there's certain Britishisms that are coming back more from, I just realized you have your badge there, I hate people. Yeah, no, I think some things, some Britishisms that I didn't like before are coming into play just because I'm not hearing them at all and I'm realizing I like them. But also, I'll say bruv for like wasp. You know? Eat this mic arm so much. It's like it fits, it goes everywhere, but like it won't go to my level. It will go slightly too high or slightly too low. And that's the only places it wants to go. Oh. Well, that's the best so far. Let's just never touch it again. But yeah, so I mean, first off, I want to talk about some VIF stuff again because, like, one of the things I was meant to do yesterday was I was trying to go to at least one movie a day at VIF, and now I've skipped 2 days, and it looks like I'm probably going to skip today as well. I kind of burnt out, and I saw a bunch of things that I was really excited about. And there's some things that I'm like really, I don't know, I've had a really good time so far, basically. Probably the biggest one I've seen so far is After the Hunt, which I think is out fairly soon, like for wide release. It's a Luca Guadagnino movie. Guy made Challengers and Can We Buy Your Name? And if anyone hasn't seen the trailer, it's like, you know, like campus, like moral issues, basically, like kind of dealing with some Me Too stuff, some like thorny topics. It's got Ewa Edebiri and Andrew Garfield and Julia Roberts, and it's, I don't know, I feel like I came out of it really liking it apart from the ending, which if you watch it, there's a very clear epilogue that for me, the whole epilogue, I was like, what's happening here? This is terrible. And the rest of the movie I liked. I thought it like kind of walked a tightrope with the topics a bit, like without, like very much like a lot of bad people in that movie saying shitty things, but I don't think the movie is saying the things that those characters are. But I just read a review today on The Reveal, which is like a Substack. Well, I don't think they're Substack anymore, but like a publication run by Eve Phipps and Scott Tobias, who are film critics I really like, and they basically I can't remember which of them wrote the review, but they were like more negative on it, and they kind of put it in a way that I don't know if it was too harsh, but I was like, I can see the criticism. I do think some people are going to take the movie badly in terms of like, oh, what's the phrase? Not representation. It's depiction is endorsement, like that kind of response to things of like, I'm seeing a character do these bad things and say these bad things, therefore the movie is saying this to me, and that's what the movie is trying to impart to me. And I don't think that's the case with this, and I think people who take that response are going to hate it. However, I do think there are some criticisms, and I do think maybe it leans a bit more on the... It's effectively like Gen X versus Millennials, Gen Z, that kind of dynamic. Not quite the boomers, but like the Gen X, the kind of people who are progressive for their time, having like a difference in perspective on social issues and how to deal with them. And it criticizes both sides. It's very both sidesy. And I think it mostly does a good job with that in terms of like showing that who is wrong, and the people who are the most like the worst things people say in that movie, they say while they're completely crashing out, you know. It's basically straight people crashing out the movie. So for that, I like kind of felt like it was justified in a way, but there are some aspects where I'm like, maybe because it's from their perspective more. Like Ayo Edebiri is like the young character, and you don't get much of her perspective. I would have liked to get more of her perspective, and when you do get her perspective, most of the time it's in conversation with someone else who's dominating it, from an older generation. And so I think it's going to be also an unpleasant watch for some people, just from the sake, like, from the perspective of just like hearing a lot of bullshit from people and being like annoyed by it because you're annoyed by those characters. But I also think the movie is critical of them, so it's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. But I'm sure the internet will have a healthy discourse and nothing will be reductive, and we'll all have a productive discussion about it and not share forward letterbox reviews for a few months. Hey Al, how's it going? I saw missed things on Letterboxd for that. I'm not surprised. I totally feel like that's going to be a movie that is going to be, you're going to see a lot of like 2 stars, a lot of 4 stars for it, because I don't think it's Guadagnino's best movie, which is Challenges. And sometimes his style doesn't work for it, but it's also just like, it's a very interesting watch. The actors are so good in it, and it looks beautiful. So yeah, it's also like, for anyone who's been in university, I started the movie like being like, okay, these guys are obviously like pretentious and not the best people to hang around with, but at the same time I was like, you know what, maybe I should have studied philosophy. I really like this ethical conversations. I really like this stuff. Should I go back to university one day? Is that the place for me? And then like by the end of the movie you're like, fuck academia. Like, I do not want to fuck with this anymore. And not from a sense of like, I think people would worry that the movie is like about how, I don't know, everyone is like it's an anti-woke movie, or it's worried about liberal kids on campuses who are too sensitive these days, you know. But I do think it's like, it's kind of someone talking about that stuff, and I think it's impossible to talk about that topic properly without ruffling feathers, because people are sick of being gaslit over this shit, you know? And so I kind of get like the response of people kind of being like, what's the point of this conversation? You know, we don't need to see these things reiterated because we're hearing them every day and institutions are saying it. So I don't know, I'm not going to fight anyone on this movie being good, but I did enjoy it. It almost felt like funny enough, it kind of reminded me a little bit of The Social Network. And maybe, I mean, partly, you know, because it's that, you know, it's the Ivy League shit, but it's also like, kind of looks a little bit like a David Fincher film at times. Though not quite as heavy on that look. And then it's also, yeah, got like a biting script that's quite fast paced and heavy on the dialogue and stuff. So it kind of gave me those vibes at times. Also, Andrew Garfield in that movie is such a, oh man, that guy's he's just such a fucking mess. And I haven't seen Garfield do that in a long time, you know? But like, man, that guy can play a kind of douchebag that's like, he's got charisma, but he's laying it on so thick that you're like, fuck you, man. Like, there's one scene where he's meant to have a conversation, he's meant to put his trousers on, and he just refuses. Like, they're not talking about it, but like Julia Roberts like gives him his jeans and then he's like carrying them around and putting them places and stuff, and it's just so weird, and you're like, put your goddamn pants on, man. And he's like sitting in a certain way, and he's just like, man, you are such, I mean, I gotta say it, he's such a slut. Did someone say Metroid? Metroid. You did miss Kraid though. That was last stream. We were shooting missiles into the Kraid hole. This stream we'll be fighting Ridley. I'm right at Ridley. Last stream ended with that. I see him as a villain again for sure. You know what? Like, the craziest thing about, someone mentioned Andrew Garfield. I'm going to find a way to talk about Spider-Man. Those amazing Spider-Man movies, I am not a fan. I think there's a couple of good things in them. Mostly Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield. I don't think they're good. I don't think it writes Spider-Man or Peter Parker well. But Andrew Garfield is like the perfect fucking Peter Parker. He's the perfect Spider-Man. He's got the right look. And he is good at playing that rough around the edges good guy, you know, the kind of guy who's making mistakes. And that's why he was good in Social Network too, like kind of like, I don't know, not a perfect person, but I really enjoy him. I've been trying to guess what movie you're talking about and I give up. Just tell me. It's called After the Hunt. That was the movie. Now I'm talking about Spider-Man though. Yeah, but he's really good with that kind of stuff. And a lot of Peter Parker stuff, despite his good boy image in the modern day, a lot of the old Spider-Man comics, Peter Parker is like kind of an asshole, but like the kind of asshole that people are in real life that's like relatable, where you're like, he's having a really shitty time and he can't tell anyone about it. So he like lashes out and then he regrets it and apologizes. But people also misunderstand him because of the way he's acting, and then he can't explain it properly. Parker Luck, yeah, exactly. And I think Garfield is really good for that kind of stuff. Especially like the Steve Ditko early Spider-Man, where he's like, man, he's such a dick. He's like walking past protesters and like talking shit about them. And it's only really since like, I don't know, like 2005 or something that the comics decided to make him more of a like ultra friendly, never says anything bad about anyone, you know. And then Ultimate Spider-Man of the 2000s was also a hothead. Yes, that is to me closer to what I think of as Peter Parker. The mellowing is good, yeah, I agree. But they kind of backtracked his maturity as well after that in a way I didn't appreciate. But early 2000s mainline Spider-Man is mature and less of a hothead, but he's still like sarcastic, you know, and I like that. Ultimate Spider-Man, yeah, I agree though. He's a hothead and I enjoyed that. I enjoy how insulting he is to people, basically, because it's kind of like, yeah, he's put down on in his regular life, so he puts the mask on, he has a chance to do it. I am glad that Bart looks like a demon, and I didn't think about that, but you could not see the pupils in his eyes at all. That's kind of cool. Spider-Man's biggest enemy are his writers, and often more so than that, his editors and the editorial vision, which is dominated by weird things such as divorce is so bad and so immoral that it would make more sense for Peter Parker to make a deal with the devil than to get divorced. And that is on record as what the editor at the time thought during the One More Day fiasco. As Bart thought it was the Bob's Burgers girl. It's we got Bartman back there next to Appa. I used to put Bartman on the mic, but he's not sticking around so much. I missed something that Al said. As long as he reuses the tennis ball shot, I'll see it. Yeah, I also thought Academia Inferior always sounded interesting, but the personalities that stay in those fights can be difficult. Yeah, and I think like as much as like Academia is under attack in a lot of ways and misrepresented, I do think it's worth saying that like a lot of assholes hang out in those spaces, and that's partly why the whole thing of like universities are too woke is like a bullshit thing, because when you're actually there, like, you know, I've seen issues, usually not about me, but like I've seen you know, in humanities departments where you're meant to be critical and you're meant to be talking about different perspectives, people of color being treated worse by staff, and then them not getting justice from that, and being gaslit and treated badly in that process. So it's definitely a thing. You do get kind of dickheads in that space. And so in that way, I think if you've been to university for a few times, if you've been to university for a few years, then I think after the hunt, you can kind of recognize some stuff in that. And I don't know. I think that movie feels so different if you don't think that the movie's agreeing with the characters. But unfortunately, like a lot of the characters talking are the ones who are talking mad shit, and they're saying it in a funny way. So sometimes it's like I'm laughing because the line is good, but like the thing that there's like in my head, I'm like, this person is full of shit, you know, and I can hold those two things in my head. But I might be giving the movie too much leeway when I think that. And it's up to each person watching it to whether they give them that benefit of the doubt or not. But I don't know. I think it's enjoying anyway, just to, again, like straight people crashing out is the movie. I'd like to see him as a villain again. Yes. I love the Craig Lair music. Yes. I mean, all the music in these games are great. But Craig's great. I'm glad he came back for Dread. That was a very nice surprise. I kind of hope that he's in Metroid Prime 4 and we get a 3D Craig for the first time outside of that one Smash Bros. Melee stage. One more day was bad enough, and then you had Paul. Oh my god, I don't want to talk about Paul. This has not been stated so far, but I will not talk about Paul on this stream. I'm so sick of talking about Paul. I mean, I stopped reading that comic anyway, but like, good or bad, I don't want to hear about Paul anymore. No comment on Paul. Where was I going? Oh yeah, because since I'm about to fight Ridley, and I think whenever I played this game in the past, oh my god. So, this is the only thing I'll say about Paul. But just for Jack's benefit, Paul is a nexus point for fan rage at modern Spider-Man comics, because they had a very ridiculous storyline where they broke up Peter and Mary Jane by Mary Jane getting teleported to another dimension where time works differently, and she ended up spending like something like 6 months with this guy she just met there, and thinking she would never get out. And in that 6 months, I must go hit something. So good luck with Ridley. Thank you, Kat. Have fun. See you soon. So it's stupid, but Peter tries to get her back from this universe. By the time he does, in his, you know, world, it's been like a day, but for her it's been like months and months, and she thought she was never going to come back. So she has begun a reluctant relationship that then becomes a loving relationship, with this man called Paul, and then ended up having children, who were or adopting children. I think I've forgotten the details of the children, but anyway, they come back and basically they fast forwarded through sci-fi a reason for Peter and Mary Jane to break up, and he is like in a relationship with her, and then she comes back, she's like, sorry, by the way, I'm in a relationship with this guy and I have kids with him now, goodbye. And then now he's single again, and they've found reasons to break them up for a lot of reasons over the years, because the editorial, generally they don't want him to get married, so they have to kind of reset it, is the idea. And this is the latest way they did that, and it's the silliest way they've done it. I don't like it. I think that story was written very badly, and that's the problem. But there's also a lot of people who are mad because they see Mary Jane as a trophy that Peter deserves, and so they're mad for that reason. But then what happens is you've got like the people who are looking for good writing and maturing as a character development, relationship development. Those people are mad because they're not getting what they want. And then the misogynists who don't actually give a shit about Mary Jane as a character are also angry. So they're united and everyone is angry. But because of that, I'm kind of sick of hearing about it, because there's just constant memes about Paul and about how like Peter is a cuckold and stuff like that, and it's just like it's a mix of just like I'm very tired of hearing about it. So it's not a bear I poke very often. Imagine being such a great couple that takes a deal with the devil to divorce you and then continues shenanigans to continue your part. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's a compliment to that relationship. Someone that doesn't read them, I only hear about these comments when he does get married, dies, or they make someone else Spider-Man. Yeah, but see, this is the thing, right? I think that's part of the point. I think that's a primary reason, is because they have settled into Marvel in general have settled into a method of like, because comic sales are nowhere near what they used to be, and comics are also way more expensive than they used to be. What they tend to do now is they launch a new volume, a new series with a new hook that gets everyone mad, and then you come in and then you get mad, you read it, you share it, everyone talks about it, fades out, and then they do it again. And that's kind of been the cycle. And it's a lot of time it's annoying because some of those ideas end up being kind of interesting, but then they'll run them back because people have stopped getting mad about them. It's like proper like engagement bait, like rage bait shit. And so I think there's an element of that where people are mad because they're like, we know you're baiting us, you know? But I don't know. This has definitely become like, it's not the only bad thing, but it's just a thing that everyone's latched onto. Apparently writers dread the Amazing Spider-Man title because of the fans. I am not surprised. I've heard the two things I have for that is Chip Zdarsky I really enjoy him as a writer, and he wrote some sideline Spider-Man titles, and he definitely could have gone on Amazing Spider-Man but chose not to. And I think that's most people assume it's because he's like, he doesn't want to fuck with the fan base, but also doesn't necessarily want to be restrained by the editorial policy. But obviously that's all hearsay. But on the other hand, I did hear Scott Aukerman, who wrote the Astonishing Spider-Man Infinity comic, which I have to catch up on. But he wrote that, and I've heard him talk about it, and he's just like, he got like a lot of abuse from Spider-Man fans. And I don't think he was doing anything outlandish. You know, it wasn't my favorite Spider-Man comic, but I don't think he was doing anything like radical that needed to be criticized, really. But he got like extremely angry people emailing him constantly. And a lot of these writers get death threats and stuff, and it's just, it's just insane nerd rage that is also, I think, makes it worse because then the editorial don't want to take any criticisms on because everyone sounds like noise, you know, everyone sounds like they're a maniac on the internet. So yeah, and so it's gone past the fun to hate stage, right? Yes. I think there was an element of it being fun at first. I think I burned out on the fun to hate stage far before anyone else. There are still people who think it's fun to hate. But I'm not. I haven't been enjoying hating it for a long time. But also, I don't think the comics for like, in general, just on average, the comics haven't been good for a while. But there are so many. There are decades and decades of really good comics. I just go back and reread those. So that's what I do when stuff is bad in the present, rather than spending all my the Spider-Man subreddit is just people complaining about screenshots of modern issues that they're not reading, or that one person is like hate reading and then sharing what they with everyone else, and I'm like, this is a weird way to engage with something you like. Why don't you go and read the stuff you do like and ignore the things you don't, and then they'll probably like affect their sales, you know. What do you say? What do you think of the new Ultimate Spider-Man? The new one, Ultimate Spider-Man, Jonathan Hickman series, Alternate Universe, excellent. Love it, love it, love it. Marco Cicchetto is a great artist too. Hickman has done some great work across multiple titles. I really like him, like his Fantastic Four and his Avengers. His Secret Wars was good, and he is doing a great job. I think it's a good idea what he's doing. The pacing is so hard to get used to because it's like one issue is 1 month in universe, and there's a lot of details I really, really want. You know, there's a lot of smaller parts that I wish they weren't skipping over. But saying that, every once in a while I read an issue and I'm like, I kind of wish this was moving slower. And then the next issue comes around and I'm like, oh shit, you did like everything I wanted in this one issue. That's so cool. So that's a really good read. But I'm a little concerned because it's coming to an end. I am sorry, Third Man Soundtrack. I cannot deal with you today. I can't deal with like the... Sorry, I'm getting distracted by that song. It's still resonating in my brain. There's no like real there's not a clear end point that I can see in the story, but the series is meant to end fairly soon, and Hickman is going to end his run, and presumably they will continue that series, but Hickman's vision for it he'll reach his conclusion, and I'm kind of like, oh, I kind of wanted you to stick around for a while. Like, a year feels like not enough time. But I guess it depends who picks it up next. Just come and complain about the Ultimate Universe lineup. Maybe they're moving on from monthly timeline after the big maker event. My assumption is that they have to change that, and that's the main reason, is that they're all building to this big crossover event. Personally, that's not what I wanted. I like the setup and everything, but I find the minutiae of this new universe far more interesting than the like big scale stuff. I love alternate universe things, and I wish we got more of them that were long running series. I will say that I've also been reading Ultimates by, what I think it was, Denny Camp, I think is the name of the writer. That's really good. I really enjoyed that. That's like the most political Marvel comic I read in a really long time. Is it Denise? Is that how you say it? Dennis? I don't know. You can see the spelling in the chat. But yes, that series is excellent. I really like it. I think I'm up to date, but I really like the way they're messing with the lore and reintroducing characters in a different way. But also the prospect of your superhero team being the underdogs where the whole system is against them is something that is really missing from Marvel Comics, because normally it's about protecting the status quo. So I think it's very interesting to have them, like, they're effectively branded as terrorists in this universe. And they actually deal with what that's like in universe, you know, and it's very interesting and reflects certain things in the real world. It's very curious. I actually had a niche Spider-Man question. I think whip is the sound he makes with the webs, right? Yep. Do you know if he makes a different sound in the translations? I don't think so. I would genuinely just have to Google it. But my assumption is no, because like it's not it's almost like a branding thing. But also whip is like, I don't know if it's like, you know, issue 1 whip. Like, I think it's in that era and it was probably part of the Bible, but there's definitely been more of a choice to use it liberally in the last like 20 years or so. So there's like way more stuff that is like referencing it or heavily featuring it, and then you get Spider-Verse where he's like actively saying it and you're seeing it as onomatopoeia on the screen, and it's like very canonized now. And I feel like at that point we're also in this internet era where it's like, no, this is going to be across all the translations, but there might be some weird stuff in the past, I don't know. By the way, Camp is also writing Absolute Martian Manhunter. The art is surreal and psychedelic. The story is great. Cool. You know what? I've read a handful of DC things, but I've always been put off reading the ongoings because of being honestly confused by how many reboots and different universes and where should I start. But I have been curious about the Absolute stuff because of it, the idea of just doing a new version of something, and I've heard a lot of it is good. And if they're just like handing off, you know, stuff to different teams that are doing something interesting, then I might check that out. And I want to read more Camp now for sure. And Martian Manhunter is someone I barely know anything about. Everything I know about Martian Manhunter comes from a couple of cartoons and like Smallville. So and that one scene in the Snyder Cut. But yeah, so I'd happily find out more about him, especially like something that I can jump on right at the start. But since we're fighting Ridley, who I am, by the way, like, man, my Steam Deck still isn't working. Irritating. I'm gonna be fighting Ridley, and Ridley is a motherfucker. But I usually suck at fighting him, especially in Zero Mission. I feel like I end up just spamming attacks and hoping for the best and getting my ass kicked, but then somehow winning. And I've heard that he's meant to be like very easy in Zero Mission is the general take. So I think I'm just bad at this kind of boss battle where the enemy takes up half the screen. But since we're on the Ridley chat, I did want to watch back in 2018 at E3, Sakurai announced that Ridley was going to be introduced into Smash Bros. And it was very exciting, but there was a whole thing for years of people asking for Ridley, because if you were going to have another Metroid character, Ridley is the obvious one as like a primary antagonist that continually comes back in the series. But then the counterpoint would be Ridley is too big. He's way too big. He's a giant fucking dragon. How do you make him work in this format? And then they made it work. And so it was kind of a surprise, but it was also like, okay, if you were gonna do every single character then and everyone is here, then, you know, throw the fans a bone and give them something that they've been asking for a long time. But the announcement of it was really fucking cool. So I'm gonna watch that E3 thing in a sec here. Because I don't know if anyone else does this. I've definitely seen others people. I might have seen you do this on stream, Jack. Actually, but like, I love every now and again as a comfort watch, I'll go back and watch a reveal from like a game conference, like an E3 thing that I was hyped about when I was younger, and seeing the crowd reaction, and also like sometimes the trailers are put together in a way that's very fun. And that's one of those nerdy things I do. Do you like Batman? Start with Absolute Batman. Otherwise, Absolute Wonder Woman is the best comic of the lineup. The rest is good, but not as good as those two in Martian Manhunter. Martian Manhunter was meant to be a 6-issue run, but they extended it to 12. The first 6-issue arc ended last month, so it's good to check it out. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I guess that most of the stuff I read is Marvel just on the basis of having Marvel Unlimited, and then I go out to stores just to buy Ultimates, Ultimate Spider-Man, and oh yeah, I'm Hickman's Aliens versus Avengers. I've also got I pick up, and those are the things I'm reading basically, and then occasionally another issue if I see something that looks interesting. But otherwise, I read stuff on Marvel Unlimited. So DC stuff, I need to budget myself for a whole different thing at that point. But I do like Batman. I have read more Batman comics than any other DC comic. So yeah, I probably will start with Absolute Batman. But I am interested in Wonder Woman 2, and Wonder Woman I really don't know much about beyond, again, like the adaptation stuff. So maybe Absolute Batman, then Wonder Woman, then Martian Manhunter might be the way to do it. Oh, speaking of watching E3 videos on stream, it's Tom. Hey Tom, how's it going? I think DC has a similar subscription service. I'm sure they do. Maybe I can do like a trial and then just read a fuckload in a month. Guys that run No Club do a channel where they scan old broadcast tapes, so they have 2007 E3 in HD and similar things. That's very nostalgic. I'll have to check that out. I mean, I might have accidentally watched one of their videos because I do search for that stuff a lot. But anyway, let's hop to it. Where are we? Ooh, turn off music. I love the way Sakurai talks about this stuff too. Let's check. Did the sound come through there? Because my Stream Deck isn't working. And so because of that, moving between scenes is not unmuting things in a way I wish it to. So it is, I think I had it muted, but wait. Was it the... got to reading comics last year with the Ultimate and Absolute Universe lineups. Also, Transformers and G.I. Joe shared energy on Universe comics. See, Transformers and G.I. Joe, there's certain things with comics where I'm like, I'm never going to read that because I only have so much space in my brain for this kind of thing. And it's fun to have a couple of things where you know nothing about it and you just see something out of the blue and you're like, what the fuck? This rad thing happened in a G.I. Joe comic? And I'm glad to keep those in that realm. Try catching up on those directs. Did you know that Mom Hid My Game has come to Switch and 3DS in 2017? Hot news off the press. Great time to get into comics, to be honest. Well, I mean, the original Ultimate line in 2000 is what got me into reading comics regularly. That was the real reason, and is purely because there was a reprint in the UK, and there was like maybe a year or two behind, and I saw it, and it was a big magazine, and it said the origin of Spider-Man, and I was like, awesome, I can start from number one. And it turned out, luckily, it was a really good series that I still enjoy reading now. I've been doing a reread lately. I'm up to like issue 80 or something. Yeah, so was that coming through that audio just then? Can't tell because of this Steam Deck thing goofing up. Where is it? Okay. Tom. Or just let me know if I'm listening to a muted video. Yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man was purely the best. There's some other good stuff in there, but it's pretty rare to find, I think. And some of the stuff on reread is way worse than I remembered. No audio. How about now? That's the reaction. Like timing on that. Man, I fucking love Ridley's music. This is so metal. Literally. Mario did fucking die. Sonic dead, Mario dead, Mega Man dead. Kirby's cool. Link dead. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It was a shame that Ridley was around the time when they nerfed all the final smashes. And there's a girl kicking him in the face. Guess you never get to fight him with Zero Suit, Samus. Oh? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. That was sick. And also there's a video here. I do love watching these two, where it's just a bunch of fucking nerds getting together to like yell at an announcement. And look at the size of this TV is also kind of funny, but how big the room is. I think this is in one of the, oh yes, the NYC Nintendo store. Ridley. Look, it's a sci-fi walkway. Must be Ridley. People are cheering for murder. Did pizza time not work? Ridley!
Not too big! Not too big! Not too big! Not too big! Not too big!
Not too big. Not too big. Just a... That's what she said. Imagine that circumstance. Who's that guy going, not the same game, it's not the same game? I can't, oh man, I really miss having a Steam Deck that works. I can't press button anymore? God damn. Right, who? Ah, he, who. Okay, it is working. So, wait, so pizza time just not work? Okay, what? For me, maybe it was just too quiet, and the Smash Bros. Fans were yelling over it. My Steam, goddamn, my Stream Deck, my Steam Deck is irrelevant. My Stream Deck. There's something wonderful about the Smash Bros. Community. Yeah, I mean, aside from being notoriously smelly at tournaments, they seem great. They're very passionate about a bunch of dumb shit, and I love that kind of thing, you know? But anyway, this oh wait, what was I? Yeah, no, that was cool. I'm gonna go to the GBA. Oh, I use this fucking Stream Deck again. Gotta click on things like a fucking animal. There we go. Gotta get that sweet sound. Thank you. Valve really chose one of the names of all time. Yeah. Do you like Fusion or Zero Mission more? I think Fusion is a better game, but Zero Mission has a special place in my heart because it's like the, you know, the original game kind of for me, in that like it was my introduction to the series, and it was also the first game I completed. It's the first game I played multiple times. And I've like come back to it and I still think it's good. Fusion is probably, and there is a couple of things I don't like about Fusion. Mostly it's very on rails, and that makes it less fun to replay. But it is very good. It's very quiet. How's that? I have no understanding the volume stuff because I feel like almost every setting I put it on is wrong for every game. Every time I switch game, it's wrong. Fusion for that was my introduction. I was like to replay. It's probably a good introduction too because of the on rails nature of it too, in that you're not too overwhelmed. Very much close to modding the Wii U. Ooh, what would be the end goal of that mod? Okay, so last time I played this game, it was 100% items, not 100 items. Oh, okay, what are controls? I forgot. I've been playing too much Yote. There we go. The bosses are tough ones, though. I think Zero Mission is the best. Yeah. I mean, I think it's very. I also don't think Zero Mission is particularly hard either. Like Dread is the only like modern 2D one that, well, it's only like free. Samus Returns has a more of a difficulty curve. Dread gets harder. I really love the difficulty curve of Dread. And then, I mean, Super Metroid is the one that actually gave me the most trouble. Well, not including the very first Metroid, which I'm not gonna fuck with. Wow. Oh, fine. I'll have to eat this bug. And you found out you can put hard drives in a PS2 and load games directly, so I think I'm gonna adapt my old laptop. Wait. So you're gonna take your old laptop hard drive and plug it into your PS2 and then have like every PS2 game. Would you then like capture that and then stream it from the PS2? Or is that too much of a roundabout system? Fusion is hard too, but it's easy to tank here. Dread is really easy once you play it enough. Fusion stays hard. Fusion, I think, for me, I didn't find Fusion hard. Like, in terms of, like, exploration, and I didn't find out hard. Most of the levels aren't that hard, but the bosses were where it was hard. Whereas I think, like, in Zero Mission, like, you can kind of flail around and you'll still probably be fine. Hey. Hey. Okay, I've forgotten how to do this clearly. I was a bit annoyed with Fusion mostly because I wanted to get 100% and then I did everything I could, and then at the end of the game I was like, I'll go back and get the stuff I missed, and it was like, oh, you can't go there anymore. Because, or like, there are, not even at the end, but like there are certain points in the game where it's like, if you're going to get something, you have to do it now, because, you know, fuck you. We're locking off that area. There's space in the back of the console for it. Like, there's a gap in the back designed for that. Oh, I see. I was actually thinking of playing. I haven't tried it out yet, but I got a PS2 emulator because my PS2 is in a different country. And I was thinking of streaming the Ultimate Spider-Man game, actually, because I think that's a really interesting game. And I haven't replayed it in a long time. There's a new Super Metroid ROM hack called X Fusion. It's basically a reimagined Fusion. Really? Oh. So is it like Fusion, but in the with the sort of Super Metroid engine, like in that art style? 'Cause that would be cool. I'd also like to replay the Spider-Man movie games, the first two at least. Man, always looking up these items. Oh, I forgot to change the category. Which is really important because apparently this category has has freaking like 6 viewers total. Game sound is still very quiet. Interesting. Yeah, let me know if that's okay. Yeah, it's basically in the Super Metroid engine, but the art direction is all. Oh, okay. So what's it? It's called X Fusion. Okay, I'm gonna look that up shortly, because that does sound really interesting. Oh, there's just a freaking hole there. Thank you. Oh, I will get this road. Get this energy tank row going. And as always, thank you, Chozo Warrior. Thank you, Statue. Hey Moon. Hello, hello. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. How do you think the other day? Didn't you, when you like sick and you're worried about a performance? Okay, some shit's about to go down. Fucking hell. Oh shit, that was a great start. Fucking hell. Ah. Okay, don't jump in lava. Ooh. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck you, Dinosaur. Man. Like, wasn't that like a... I've never been more right in my description prior to that of like, I am terrible at fighting Ridley and Ridley is really easy in this game. I fucking jumped into lava straight away, got hit by like every single attack and just spammed missiles until I killed him in like 30 seconds. Man. And this is my arch enemy? This is your king? I didn't even break a sweat. So tad sick, but excited for my flight on Friday. Sure went super well. Oh, I'm really glad. I'm glad that it sounds like you weren't affected by it. I never use supers because I get mad when all of them miss. Yeah. I mean, a few of those missed, but I was like happy enough because I was like, well, it's hard to miss Ridley. He's such a big fucking boy. It really has hit the big time. Hello. So I'm hoping the sound is good now. It was a little quiet before. Is there more, or was it just... I usually thought the flashing door means you should go here now, rather than just... Okay, wait, so... I've killed... Now that I've killed both Raid and Ridley, I can go to the dingus, is what we call him. Oh, I gotta use him. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you, Bug Boy. I always forget where the screw attack is in this game. Yeah, I can't remember where anything is. I forgot that you get the speed booster pretty early, because I thought the whole thing was in Dread, like you get the speed booster a lot earlier than you normally do. And I'm sure it's still earlier than in this, but it felt also like very early still. Right. I mean, yeah, did they shuffle around the item order? So I don't know the original Metroid in detail. Love to do that. Oh, because it's a Super Metroid thing. Okay, that makes sense. But even still, like, they could have shoved it in at the end of the game as an Easter egg. And I know the power grip is a new addition, right? And I feel like there's a few things from Fusion just generally that they decided to add into this. Because Fusion came out before Zero Mission, am I right in thinking that? Okay, I was gonna be a cool guy, but maybe not. Really? I can crank it up even more? How's that? Did a bunch of power-ups like gravity, space drone. Okay, yeah. And then obviously there's that bonus stuff at the end, which is all new. And the little animation scenes. Fusion was supporting the idea is your lighters you can hang on to ledges. I mean, I'm almost surprised they didn't do the same thing that they did with Fusion, where it's like, oh, we've got this new system, like with the Dread system, let's do the original Metroid again, but using that. Yeah, come out. Okay, maybe not. Okay, I don't care. Oh, yeah. The walk cycle? Like just this? I think it's because the speed doesn't. I mean, it feels like they're going too slow for how much they're moving, but when you look at it, it's actually like, no, that's actually kind of accurate to a person jogging. Like that would actually be really fast if that was a real person. But we're not used to that in video games. What? Oh. I wanted a fucking lava. Okay, I give up. Don't laugh at Samus. She's a serious space warrior. She's trying her best. It's a really heavy suit. GBA game in the LCD screen that has some ghosting. Sometimes games look jittery if they're relied on that. True. Oh no! What were you gonna give me, bro? Oh, I'm gonna get screw attack soon. Oh, and also I know criteria is added to this game. Wasn't originally in there. This looks, yeah, I was gonna say this looks very, very speed boostery. Could you have gotten this before Ridley? I'm wondering if you went backwards, because I only got to this area via the wall crumbling, which is like an in-game event. So my assumption is that you wouldn't be able to that way, but maybe you can come at it from a different angle. I know that there's a lot of you know, sequence breaking in Zero Mission that people can exploit. There's definitely a few things I've gotten where I'm like, oh, I could have missed this, or I could have got this earlier. Oop. I really thought those guys died to super missiles, but... Ay, ay, ay. Go straight to tell with the backlights RTs of the authentic Game Boy experience, man. Playing the Game Boy Advance. I never had an SP as well. I had a Game Boy Advance and then like waiting for it to get dark enough so I could actually play it when I was like in a car or something. Oh, fuck. Wasted my time anyway. Does this one have the fast blocks thing that makes Samus go really fast? Samus do go really fast. Can I get an exclamation point Chozo in chat, please? The SP special edition that looked like the NES. I don't know that one. Oh, was it like the SP one where it's like it was like a NES controller? Or is it? Because when I think of SP, I'm thinking of the flippy ones. I do like using the color fill in emulators. The reduced saturation. Oh, you had a GBA. Did you play any Mega Man? But I've never played a Mega Man game. Not a single Mega Man game. I have one of those collections on my wish list though. Damage enemies while somersaulting is a hell of a way to put it. The only thing I say, I love the screw attack, but it's very noisy visually and sound wise. The one that flips and is all gray and red and very cool. Oh, I'll have to check that out. Oh, these guys die to screw attack, don't they? Fucking yeah. Go, you fucking torpedo turtle motherfucker. I didn't like play. I had a lot. I feel like a lot of the GBA stuff I played was basically Spider-Man or Nintendo. Oh, maybe I'll go. Yeah, so when you get the screw attack, it doesn't. It's not the space jump. The space jump is a different thing. Hey. Hey, Kirby's Mirror Game bunch, and also there's one Dragon Ball Z game. I've never played a Dragon Ball Z game on GBA. And I need to check out that Kirby one now. I really want to get the Superstar. I always forget what it's called. There was a DS one, which was like a combo game that like remade. Like maybe the SNES Kirby. Is this a fake lava? Yeah. Love fake lava. Super Mario World port. Yeah, me too. I had that too. Yeah, half the SNES ports. Yes, and like Genesis stuff too. You know, like the fucking like Sonic shit. That's how I played Sonic too. Though I was never hugely into it. Hmm. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Very satisfying. Where am I going now? Oh, there's a... I missed down there, but I can't be able to go all the way around. Jeez. It's on your portion of the score. Oh, thank you. I also do have my own Discord that I have a link for, exclamation point. Oh. Discord. But it's initially something I made for my podcast and No Context Spider-Man account. So I need to like make a stream section of that. Otherwise it's like a mix of too many things. But people can join it if they want. Or just look at the Cozy Gamer Discord. GBO's new console for only 3 to 4 years before the DS came out. Very short life, especially compared to the original Game Boy. Probably what they threw in the GBA port on the DS. Yeah, I'm really glad they did that. I did play a lot of GBA stuff continually on my DS. Although it was a bit awkward when you had the if you tried doing the Game Boy or Game Boy Color games and they like jut out of it. It's not really much they could have done about that, I guess, though. Did I not even go here last time? Ooh. You just started playing the Spider-Man game for the PS4. Oh, okay, I'm glad. It's a good game. Are you playing the... Oh, you're playing the PS4 one, which I... Was the remastered one just for PS5, or did they do that on PS4 too? Don't remember. I like that game. I think it's better than 2. Yeah, I agree. I do need to replay 2, but I played remastered a few months ago. I think that game is really fucking good. It really holds up, and I think the gameplay is better too. It was for PS5. Okay, yeah. I still think the visuals of that game are very, very boring. But that's across both games. But yeah, the gameplay is just so fun, you know? And the story wraps up so well in that first game. It's so much better than it ever needed to be. Wait, did I just double back on myself? Or... Oh no. So this is not going to be a I'm filling in the whole map run. I just want to do the game. I did my 100% one like a year ago. Oh, the big boys, the Mark Hoppus. Thank you. Do you miss the old PS4 face? I fucking do. The eyebrows, man. As a fellow big eyebrow haver, I feel like I've been left behind. Been forgotten about. No one cares about me anymore. I don't necessarily mind them changing how he looks, but like if you're gonna do it, give him a distinctive face. He just looks like some guy. Like I've worked with 200 of them in my life, you know? It's just a guy in his late 20s, early 30s. Default. Oh, you did it on PC? I haven't really looked at the face mods. Is it a face mod like just resets it to the old face, or is it doing other kooky stuff? I kind of want to play on PC just so I can find like a mod that like makes everything look different, you know? Because I just think the aesthetics of the game need more vibrancy, more comic bookiness. He looks like Tom. Yeah, but he looks like Tom Holland by committee, you know? That they were like, let's make him like that, but also fit the old model, but also not too much like this, not too much like that. There were like 20 different people in the room being like, he has to be this one thing. And he ended up having this really weird sort of nothing face. Like, I'd prefer if it was just Tom Holland's face. At least Tom Holland's got a memorable-ish face. But I never really understood that, like, need for brand consistency. There's, you know, when you start off not reading the comics, and then you see it's different from the thing you know, you go, oh, it's different from the thing I know. Cool. That's all it is. Don't know why they're so... They think that's going to be a deal breaker. Spider-Man 1 is basically perfect. Just the hair can stick out of the mask in the opening scene, which is when you press it on. Sequence mode is a bit more scuffed, but I prefer it than off. Yeah, maybe that's how I should go. I don't think I have a PC that can even do it, though. It's the problem. Man, I'm just living in this lava. Who cares? I ain't gotta fight no dragon anymore. Oh, fuck. I knew that was gonna happen and I still did it. I actually don't know how to do that. Ow, 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 ow. I thought this was fake lava. Okay, I think I might need space jump. Oop. Fuck. Trying to do the ledge crap. Doing the, Fuck. I think I have... Oh, shit. Did it again. Fuck. There it is. I think I have a lava command, actually. Yeah. Oh.
This is bullshit.
Thank you, Mr. Reddick. We miss you. It is a speed thingy. I was right. Whoa. Fuck. This one really bugs me just from having to kill the enemies again. Oh, at least I can do that now. Fuck. Don't you dare. No! I want to go up! This guy's gonna hit me every single time. Or I've been watching Samus do this shit 100%, just dead staring the whole time. Ah! Woof! That almost didn't work. Ooh, I kind of want to go all the way up. Go away, person. Okay, so I can handle this room now. So why are you here? That's suspicious. Okay, I guess not. Okay, this must be the way. Fuck off! I can handle it. I can handle it. Man, just walking through lava. One absolute mensch. One thing I'm glad about Fusion Onwards games is that the ice beam is gone, so enemies could just die instead of frozen and then die. Yeah, I feel like the more so even than the like super missiles. I don't think that I'm fine with not having super missiles or missiles being a permanent upgrade to your missile. Ice beam, I feel like should be a thing that you're turning on and off. I also think the screw attack should be turned on and off, to be honest. Like, the fact that it's every side jump just adds more difficulties. Oh, this is not the right way. Fuck. Well, I'll save anyway. I'm not sure if I'm going to play Dread on stream or not. I did really love that game, though. But the idea was to do the chronological 0 mission, then the primary master, which I haven't finished the primary master because I played the regular prime like a year before it came out, so I didn't feel the need. I just tried out like an hour of it. But I'll do that on stream in preparation for Prime 4, which I will stream. Yeah, get fucked. You definitely can in Super Metroid, not sure what's... You can turn around... Oh, like in the menu, you mean? Wait, maybe I'm not pressing the right button. I remember you can. I don't think it's in this. I think you're right, though. You can do it in some of the games. But I would prefer it even if it's like you pressing select, or like on a controller, you can do it mid-gameplay. I'm gonna go try and sleep now. See you soon if not successful. Okay, I hope to not see you again this stream then. I think I'm going to Brinstar. Oop, see, this is what I'm talking about. Never properly played any Prime games, so I'd want to watch. I don't really Metroid for me. I'm great with FPS POV games. I'd like to be able to see my character. I do agree that it's not like Samus looks so fucking cool. It's weird that you can't ever see her really in the 3D ones. I would love a 3D like a third person Metroid game. I don't know if they ever will do it because they barely make these ones, but it would be really cool to see that. You mean like Other M? What? Other M? I've never heard of it. I'm sorry. I guess that did salt the earth, didn't it? The baby! The baby! But no, I kind of get that with the Metroid. I did have that initially. I actually think Metroid, I did find the first Metroid Prime hard to get into. It's only when I revisited it when I was a little older that I got into it. I never finished Metroid Prime 2. So I really want to... I want to stream that, preferably. And then the third one, which I have played a few times. Third one's much more accessible. And, like, the pacing is totally different. But yeah, like, the 2D ones just have... the gameplay is just so much faster paced. It's a totally different vibe. Maybe I could start with 2 then. Maybe. I mean, the other thing is that the remastered one is like... I mean, it's only like a 8-hour game or something. It's really short. And then Prime 2 is like then bumps up to like 25 hours or something. It's partly why I didn't finish it. But unfortunately, it's hard to find those things. Ooh! 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 It's the thing. It's the guy. Look, it's Samus. I mean, it's Metroid. Times 4. The infamous Mr. Metroid is here. I like Metroidvanias in general, not the hard ones, but nothing like I left Metroid. They're the best. Yeah. I've tried a lot of Metroidvanias and I feel like I don't vibe with a lot of them. Nothing really works in the same way for me. I tell you what, these little ring guys fucking suck. I hate them. Fuck. Man, I was always surprised by how fucking big they are. I swear they're like a lot smaller when they turn up in the Prime games. I don't know if people know, especially if you haven't played them. But did everyone know that Dark Samus is a Metroid? They're the same rings in the brain boss sections in Dread. Yes, yes. I appreciated the callback. I will tell you, I fucking hate the Mother Brain fight. Sucks. Sucks. I've never had a good time with it. And I almost never get better at it either. Samus is a Metroid now, isn't she? And Dread was fucking cool. Get lost. The perfect organism. Oh, fuck off. No. Ah, this is always my mistake. Guys. Oh, you guys are pissing me off now. The doing the bomb into to get out and then the bomb hitting you into a different Metroid's mouth is very annoying. Give me that sweet healthcare. I mean, I don't live there, but I heard this is how you get medical attention in the US. It's about this level of stress. Wait, I just realized I can do this. Okay, you guys aren't paying out anymore. Oh yeah, I mean, I know that I'm never ever gonna beat the original NES version because the amount I played of it is pretty hard just doing the regular platforming. The amount of patience you need is great. It's a little bit easier when you can use the suspend feature on the Switch at least, or the Wii U, but man, grabbing them the way SEX tries to kill you, freeze and super missile. If that's about it, but yeah, no, that's fine. I don't mind you saying that. I mean, I straight up just like, I don't like using my super missiles unless I have to. So that's all it is really, is like, I would rather fire 5 missiles. Wait, did I just skip a section, or I thought I was going to a new area? Oh, there's no map. I forgot about that. That's nuts. That's nuts. What a sadistic game. Ah. So did I just miss that? Like I can't go back to that room now. Wait, actually. Whee! So I can go back exactly the moment you can see the door closing behind me. That's actually hilarious. Wait. I can't go this way either? Okay. Whoa. Oof. Yeah, no saves too. Like, man, of course it was like a niche hobby. You had to be a crazy person to play video games back in the day. I bet original Metroid fans are like, you guys don't know how good you fucking have it. Like, this was my introduction to the series, and it's a very easygoing one. Oh, I had to just go all the way down to open up. So, Mother Brain, huh? Am I gonna shoot Mother Brain in her face pretty soon? I do love I mean, I think this is an underrated level track too. Like the foreboding Mother Brain shit. Ah, fucking hate this shit. This is pure Banzai for sure. And it's just fucking shit, bullet hell everywhere. Fuck. When I was younger, I would always, by the time I got to the fight, I'd be so fucked up that... You're lucky you got a cool ass design. I don't appreciate that the closed eye looks like a butthole. Fuck. Fuck off. Fuck. Fuck. That was on me that time. Fuck, that was also on me that time. Ah. Okay, I'm dead. I think I'm gonna die. Oh. Oh. Okay, you know what? It's time for a coffee. See you in a minute, Mother Brain. Back on the grind. Oh, Mother Brain, you motherfucker. Give me some health, or shut up. Really? this is freaking fascinating to watch, I'm sure. This fight might be where I don't replay this game. Yeah, honestly, it's my least favorite part. By a long stretch. And it's the kind of thing which, like, I'm sure there's there are things I could do better, but it doesn't, for me, it doesn't like tick a box of like challenging and just like I can't actually react in time for most of it, so it's just more irritating and more like, how far through the fight can I get without taking too much damage? Like, I just can't keep track of this much stuff. I feel like there is a spot which is okay. Fucking let me up, man. I thought it was there, but it wasn't. Oh my god. Oh fuck, I thought I got it. I'm fucking gonna rage quit. Thank you. Still 2 energy tanks. 2 energy tanks on this shit. Fuck. Fucking go. Fuck. Fuck. Oof. Oh my god, look at that, my health already. I mean, just for the sake of my sanity, I'm at least gonna... Oh, that's the furthest I can go back? Oh no, I can't go. Can you destroy the paradise and go back and save again? Let's try that out. Let's see what happens. Let's just try it with this one. Like, if I leave the room and go back, will it? Holy shit! You might be right. Okay. Actually, I should restock. Oh, that's a good point on freezing them. What if you forgotten how many missiles I have? Is it 115? Nope. I could have more. Fuck, what is my limit? I've already forgotten. Was it 155 maybe? Oh, it was 135. I think maybe it was 105 last stream, and then I got some more this stream. Wait, that's not right. I didn't get that many. I got a couple there. Okay. Are you back? No, it's not back. That is crazy. I never would have expected that it wouldn't reload. Fucking hell. Fuck off! There's like, is there even a single spot where you won't get hit by anything? Okay, my brain is overloading now. We're trying to press select. Fuck. Thank you. Ow. Ow. Oof. Oof. Oh. Fuck. Can I get... I'll give myself a banzai. Fucking super missiles, man. Yeah, let's go. Again, like, the health on that with the super missiles, that was like, on the one hand, way too easy, but on the other hand, like, fuck me, that was annoying as hell. Ooh, it was fast, wasn't it? It was literally just like specifying the shots for the super missiles. Yeah, I think I've seen that. I think that might be true in this too. If you get supers early in this game, I think you can like fucking destroy Kraid real easy. Yeah, fuck you, Zebez. Zebez. Here's our Zero suit. Here's our DLC before DLC existed. Zero exclusive. This suit is ridiculous. There's no reason for it to be that far up her butt crack. The time I managed to escape couldn't have been worse. I was attacked by space pirates and left nearly defenseless. Stripped of my power suit, all I had left for protection was my rather useless emergency pistol. I thought that was a comma. Infiltrating the space pirate mothership, so armed may have been foolish. I had no choice but to run around in my underwear. And thus, many artists, internet artists' careers were born. What is happening with this mic arm? Fucking hell. Thank you. Did I survive long enough to escape? I've heard mixed things on this section. I really like it. But then how could you have bounty into ass in a T-rated game? Yeah, some of the shots in this too, like the stuff, the rewards you get for different completion times is ridiculous. So I got a stun pistol with charge shots, and that's all I got. And look at her. That's a mood though. Just staring at me. Like, how fucking cold must she be too? She's wearing like an ultra thin layer. It's probably space layers, so it makes sense. It's just a vibe. I do like how she looks in the pixel thing. That's fine. I mean, she looks great in all the things, but it is ridiculous for such a powerful armored hero to be made into such a like male gazy sex bot. But in pixel format, this looks great, you know? And if you do it normally. So I think what I'm gonna do is get onto the ship, right? And then end my stream there, and then or not end my stream, end the Metroid portion of the stream at that point. And then switch to Yote. Oh, because I got no morph ball, do I? And then she's got a crawl instead. I don't mind the rewards, but I miss each game having different clothes for Samus. Yeah. There's a lot of different things. I like that one of them is like her in a bar. I always thought that was neat. Like, you don't really think about that stuff with Samus. Like, oh, she's just going to a bar to hang out. Can Metroid crawl? Uh-oh. Who's that? Yeah. So for those who don't know, I'm effectively in a stealth section of the game, as I'm now a tiny lady without my giant spacesuit. And I gotta get through that shit. Well, I'm in Zodia, I guess now, which is also the mothership. I guess I don't remember if they crash landed or if they were already here. The Metal Gear Solid section, yes, and thus was also born the reason for Snake and Samus to team up in the Smash Bros. Subspace Emissary story stuff in Brawl. Anyway, let's stop here. Oh wait, no, let's stop when I get to a save station. Because that's how saving works. Oh, okay, I have got my energy tanks. Okay. Right, okay, let's go switcheroo. Let's switch-aroo. And I think it's. I imagine Adam AI does this when she dies. Samus. Yes, probably. This the way. Is this the way?
Let me go! No! Stop! No!